All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to do issue 8 of ATARI Force by DC Comics. Maybe I told you, but I'm a really fan of old school science fiction, especially from the 70s and 80s. I think it was peak science fiction. Yes, we have now more special effects and all that stuff, and it looks fantastic to a certain degree. But when it comes to fantasy and science fiction and stuff that I haven't seen before, I always go back to these time periods because at that time, when I was a young guy, when I look at these designs where artists and painters and creators make these landscapes of alien landscapes and design of spaceships, it looks so cool. And unfortunately, we don't have that anymore. If you are, looking at science fiction nowadays, it's pretty generic when it comes to designs and how it looks, and almost every alien looks somewhat human, but then with other skin color. But then when you look at this, look at these builds, these outfits, these weapons. This is great. And I'm going to show you a little bit more. So what happened here? So this is Babe. Babe was looking for Morphia, and she's took a ship, probably on autopilot, and she left Scanner 1, the giant spaceship that the ATARI Force is on, and they are landing on this strange world. And this creature, Hukka, I believe it's more like a dog or a cat-like creature, and Babe is immediately attacked by a river monster, a serpent. But Morphia, who is basically a child, more like a babe, has inhuman strength, right? It's really, really strong. And as you can see, she is very upset that she is lost, and then she's pulling herself together. And she says, we're going to fight Morphia. Again, when it comes to designs of alien stuff, this is a... whoever this is looking through a binocular, and I love this design. This triangular design instead of round, and it sees Morphia coming closer. Meanwhile, on Scanner 1, Morphea's in distress that she has lost Babe, and she wants to find him, and of course the rest of the ATARI forces, try to console and sympathize with her, but Dart says that. They are going to look for her, try to pick up the maybe a distress call of the ship, or signals. Meanwhile, we have Chris here, who's very angry because he got his ass handed to him by the Dark Destroyer, and he's blaming himself that he couldn't do nothing to stop him, and he's feeling a little bit vulnerable and lost here, right? So Dart says, poor Morphia, she's inconsolable, and I can sympathize with her. I've hardly had a second to think about my own loss, my poor Blackjack. But then she has a vision. That's one of her powers. She has visions into the future, and she sees her kissing Blackjack, and she's wondering, hey, well, how can it be? He's dead, right? Right, so Martin snaps him out of it. He says, hey, keep your eyes on the monitor. The sooner we find Babe, the sooner we can back on trail of the Dark Destroyer. And Dart is a little bit worried. And so we go back to this planet, and it seems that Hukka is, getting grabbed by this creature. And again, when it comes to, I don't want to romanticize it, but... we see a lot of different designs when it comes to alien creatures here in this comic. For instance, here, this is a small creature. The body type is how do you say, broader, maybe muscular on the top side, but very small on the downside. Looks great. And the designs, very fun. But it's barely bigger than Hukka here. So, so Babe comes in, and she doesn't know what's going on, and she's calling him Short Man, right? And but she has a hide of stone, and she swaps him away. And other shorty men don't want to fight. He must be sleeping, she says. Well, I'm pretty sure that person is dead. And Babe is too young to understand, what the difference is between life and death, or death in general. So this small creature is, defending his or her companion, right? But then she realizes it can do nothing against Babe, I mean, right? And but then they hear a sound, and it's the sound of an alien looking, cool looking, 70s looking design, and it's shooting at the Babe and this creature, and it picks up the gun and shoots it, and actually hit this ship, and they are done. They're destroyed, right? And she says, "Wow, Shorty man, good shot. He saves Babe and Hukka. Thanks." And so the creature picks up his or her companion, and they decided to go after her because, well, they are lost. And then we see this, this very, how do you say, adventurous, quiet moment that you see in TV series and movies a lot. When they are wandering through one particular scene to the next one, and we see these moons and maybe the sea, the alien sea, and this maybe lost civilization here. Pretty atmospheric. I like that a lot. And and then we go camping, and Babe is very hungry. So this creature gives it a kind of, well, it's probably not beans, but you know what I'm saying. The creature is looking for its new friends. And then it started to shoot because a pack of wild wolves, hungry wolves, are attacking Babe and Hukka and this creature. But, Babe is pretty strong, and, this creature realizes that, it's pretty handy to have a big lump of a muscle or whatever it is at its side. So, but then this is happening. So, Babe, when it's growing older, it says here, inhabitants of the Babe's homeworld, egg, grows into a sentient mountain-like forms. See issue 1. Well, we've seen that. So they become immobile when they are getting older. They become literally mountains. So she thinks this is its mama. But then we see these aliens with this big-ass, just laser cannon. Looks great. And again, if you look at the designs of this creature and these creatures are pretty similar when it comes to build, but when it comes to, how they look like, the skin color, their teeth, clothing, they're totally different. It looks great. So, of course, this is happening, and Babe says, "Mama, shoot a guns at Babe? Mama wants to hurt Babe?" And then, I love this shot here with the rain of fire. But then she realizes that it's not its mama, and they want to trick Babe, and she doesn't like that. So she goes on an attack, and this creature doesn't like that. So she's charging and grabs the cannon and wrecks everyone, and they're all dead. Well, this creature is dancing on their corpses. And like I said, it's pretty dark. I mean, you see this innocent-looking alien creature, and then we see all this death and destruction around it. Like I said, the 70s and 80s, totally different eras. It's way more mature. The danger was more real. Meanwhile, they go to this village. And look at this cool-looking valley here. All right. Meanwhile, on scanner 1, Chris is trying to console Morphia here, and he is also thankful that she was the one rescuing him from, torture and pain in the last issue, right? So Dart comes and says, "Hey, I got good news. We have your Babe back on board in no time. We just picked up a signal from the scout ship. It crashed on a nearby planet." All right, and then we see, again, like I said, when it comes to designs, this is what I want to see. I mean, what is this? Is this alive? This is a creature? Is this a... What is this? Right? I know what this is, or what it looks like. It looks like war machines. But this, I haven't seen this ever. And that is what I want to see in comics. And so it seems this creature still have its companion on its back. Wants to attack, I may be the stronghold of these victors of war, and they are enjoying the fruits of their struggle. They have cleaned the world of the opposition, all save one, but now that one has a friend. All right, so they're charging, right? It's pretty bold. It's one guy, a alien person with Babe against this whole horde of alien creatures that's starting to swarm Babe here, right? Like I said, it's pretty brutal here. Babe is basically unstoppable. And look at this. Isn't this looking great? And but Babe says too many to fight. Babe think maybe it's time just to go away now. And so Hukka says, wait. But Babe is sleepy. Hey, Hukka, why Shorty Man point to Funny House? And it screams bat, you know, because he's probably, or it's probably picking up language from Babe. And it's pointing at to this building. And then, yeah, understood, received and understood. And, you know, this building is destroyed and everyone is now dead. Except for Babe and this creature, and you know, because it's hiding behind this strong body of Babe. Wow, Babe do what? Hukka, we need to go, it says. And then, yeah, this creature's burying its companion, and then Scanner 1 comes and Morphia says, Babe, this one is very angry at you. Babe not care, Babe not care, Babe just so happy to see you. Because we go home now. And then she looks back and says, Morphia, Shorty Man can come too. He's Babe's friend. Well, so Martin comes in and says, hey, why not? This group is already starting to look like an alien convention anyway. What's one more? So Pancrat is making jokes of this creature. This is happening. All right. That's basically the end. A fun, cool science fiction with, you know, this little, well, not so little, innocent Babe-like creature that we probably know nothing about. It's a fun story. I liked it more than I thought it would be because I thought, you know, it's more like a side character. But then with all this alien stuff and this war going on and then making a new friend, you know, like this guy, you know, and then ATARI Force is now a little bit bigger. Look at these designs, man. Looks great. Anyway, enough rambling for me. I hope you like the book. I see you next time. Bye-bye.